on, but see you come undone, unsatisfied until I've got you flayed alive. So grab a plate, have a taste. Still preying on the butcher's vein. Oops. To dress you buck of pretty patterns. To dress your flesh up with the works. But questioned by a dagger, serving the finest leftover dessert. Why would I desecrate a carcass? Why let the offal go to waste? It's love that glads my cleaver with such tenderness. Horror on your face. The slaughters are blood and viscera divine, served and primed. Don't change. I devour all of you in time. Oh, your heart, aortic work of art. My love, my knife. The plate, have a taste. Still preying on the butcher's vein. To snap the sinew, I want to get within you. I want to not forgive you. Rigor mortis, molten midu. But please, be grateful that I won't waste a good meal. I got to simply for. To snap the sinew, I want to get within you. I want to get this issue rectify you. I need to be your afterlife. The slaughters on of you see you come undone, unsatisfied until I've got you flayed alive. So grab a plate, have a taste. Still preying on the butcher's vein. Still probably so impatiently. Oh, your heart, aortic work of art. My love, my knife. So grab a plate, have a taste. Still preying on the butcher's vein. Do 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 do. Bow 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 bow. I was gonna do something else. This is what I was gonna do. I've killed and repent my sins. Let your blood wash me clean. Um, I'm, I'm a rotten girl. I swear I'd never sin again. But my patience running thin. Student patience running through my veins. I'm blinded by the shackles of shame. Put aside and dodge no more. But my heart I can't ignore. Riding through the heat, some dark and urgent girl. Okay. What the heck? Oh, I have to save it every time? Hang on. Don't look. Hang on, I gotta disappear. Um, this button. This. The Lord, hold on, child. Don't give in to sin. It's driving me crazy. The urge to forsake these things. There. Save. Swear I'd never sin again. But my patience running thin. Student council breathing down my neck. Abundant the hiding from me. Before my eyes. And a taste that's so divine. I'm here. I'm a sad, pathetic girl. Pop, pop, boopy, 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 pop, boopy, 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 pop, boopy, 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 pop. Um, um, give. Okay. Bow, boo, 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 bow. Bibbidi bow. Give. What does this do? Craft stuff. Cool. Um, Could he be a right, or could she save us with the light? We're all been disciples of her lemon driven bite. The Almighty save me. The urge to forsake thee is then something stands with his wicked plays. I get it. Power resting in my hands, for my God has other plans. Ah, like an ordinary girl, I can't resist it anymore. But my eyes stop. Can I leave during this? Could never beat the devil in me until I die. What's the harm if I don't mind? Where? It's this one? HA Club? No, 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 no. It's this one. Do 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 do. You? Yes. I need this one, right? Polar metal. Well, let me check. I should have gone to this one. Yeah, I could use some S tier polar metals. Alright. Get me in there. Yeah. Yeah, babe. Hello. Oos. Bitch. Yeah. 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 Oops. Yeah. I don't know how to get the stacks on this character. Should probably read what she does, huh? 43. Nice. Alright, hang on. I gotta read. That's weird. Okay. Press at least 3 times. Press repeatedly or hold during the third attack to some duration while flash freeze is active. Okay, how do I get flash freeze? Like one of these. Charge trigger. Whenever launches a charge trigger strike during dash attack. I did ambush, doing ice damage. How do I? Okay. Is there a quick tailspin attack to the ice damage? Anti-interrupt level is increased while using this skill. The energies and attack activate massive. Gain 1 flash freeze charge upon striking an enemy. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. After executing the move, you can immediately follow up with a third hit of a basic attack. Okay. And then when I get those stacks, when flash freeze is active, press blank to activate. Launch up to 3 attacks at an enemies in front, dealing ice damage. Each stack consumes. Okay. So I just get it while doing the thingy. You got it. Hello. Like I said, I'm trying to make weak streams more of a thing. I got an S tier 1, but it's defense. Fuck. But it has crit rate and crit damage, which seems pretty fucking good if you ask me. I'm okay with that. Energy regen. Less okay with that one. Crit damage. Alright, we'll sit on that though. Now I need Woodpecker Electro. Yeah, I'm trying. Yesterday... What did I do yesterday? Yes. Yes, I'm Tanuki Neat. What am I watching? What am I watching? Ah! I can't do that on this! Wait! At least I don't think I can. How do I add giant PNG hand? Wait, you know what I could do, chat? Hang on, hang on. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, give me 1 second. No, 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 no. Hang on. Watch this, chat. You're gonna be like, oh my god. What a way to get around this. Hang on. Yes. 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 Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Yes. Come, Tanuki. Pat, pat, pat. Is this good enough for you? Or should I move it like up? Pat, pat. Psh, 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 psh. Hell yeah. The other hand is called Crazy Hand. As long as chat is content. The thing is, bitch slapping isn't a thing that, like, exists in... Once I get a live 2D model... Okay, if I get a live 2D model, all of those dreams can become true. Because a lot of reacting thingies and stream-related thingies when it comes to VTubers are... You know, better... They're pretty much all made for live 2D. Is this Electro Woodpecker? Swing Jazz. Ah, here it is. So, yeah. It's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? I was gonna say something and I completely forgot. It was like slightly related to VTubers, but like also not really. Bang! Yeah, I was just gonna cry on stream. Ow! Oh, apparently there's like a new fucking Persona 5 thing coming out. Oh my god, no, my god, I'm dying. I'm getting cooked. Die. 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 I know they had the Dynasty Warriors thing, which I never played. Rumble or whatever. Ooh! And then they had Royal, which I never finished. I never finished Royal. My friend was like, dude, it's actually just better Persona 5. And I'm like, but I already didn't like Persona 5. That's a hot take. Oops. I didn't mean to summon her, but oh well. Oh. I've heard Royal adds a lot, but I literally didn't even beat the first palace because it was largely the same. I fucking... Okay. Look. Listen, Chad. My friends say that this is an L take. But okay, they say it's an L take. I don't like Persona 5, but they say I am right when I say Persona 3 is just the better game overall. I've never played Shin Megami Tensei. I know that's like the games they're based off of, but like Shin Megami Tensei came first. It's like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, right? Final Fantasy came first, and then Kingdom Hearts is kind of like an offshoot of that. It's like the same deal. Anyway, my friends are like, why don't you like Persona 5? And I was like, the entire first dungeon you play through in Persona 5 is a fucking tutorial. They're like, no, it's not. It's actually pretty open-ended. I'm like, no. No, I'm sorry, but when I'm at the mid-boss of a dungeon, and you are just now telling me how to fucking block when it is on my screen the entire time? Like, look. Look, P5 HUD. Look! Like, it's right here! Hang on. So I'm like, what the fuck kind of lobotomized fucking Neanderthal do you think I am, video game? Look at this shit, chat. Look at this fucking shit. Look at this. Look. Oh, it's flipped. Hang on. Look. Literally, it's on your... Do you see that where it says circle to guard? Do you see that? Apparently the game didn't think you did. And then here's my other problem. If this was just the opening to the game, and the whole thing was tutorial, fine, I get it. You have to treat everyone's game like it's their first. Here's the problem. This isn't the opening of the game. The opening of the game is you going through the casino, and you're doing all this shit, right? And it's like, okay, cool. Maybe if it was just a cutscene at the casino, just so you can establish, hey, this is the story we're telling, fine. But they let you play through it. So you're like, okay, here I am, running through all this shit. Okay, this is cool. They explain certain things to you right there, right then and there. Like in this first palace, they tell you, oh, by the way, you can sneak around things if you press this button, and here's a fucking long-ass tutorial about it. When they do the exact same thing in the first opening scene of the game! They show you, and they're like, hey, here's the fucking... Oh, there's guards coming, Joker, you gotta hide. So then Joker hides, and then they run past him, and then you unhide, and it's like, okay, cool. Now I know that's an ability I have. Now I know, as a player, I have the agency to go up and do this thing. And then they give you a fight. They let you have a fight. And you want to know why that's so fucking insulting to me? Because you can... It's not a complicated fight. They give you very little options on what to actually do. But it's just there so you can mess around with it, right? So it's just a playground for you to start to understand the mechanics of the game. So you sit here and you're like, oh, okay, I see. So this purple bar is my magic meter. But also, HP is not just a source of how long I can last in a fight. HP is also a resource I can spend to do more damage. And then you also have a gun. And it's like, okay, cool. So they let you sit there and experiment with the battling system. And then still give you a goddamn fucking tutorial on everything. No option to skip it, by the way. You're not allowed to skip it. So if this is your 4th time playing fucking Persona 5, well, sucks to be fucking you. You have to sit through the entire fucking tutorial dungeon. Oh yeah, the RNG was pretty fucking shit in this game too. It was crazy. It was crazy. That's why I was like, it left such a fucking This palace is one of the reasons alone is one of the fucking reasons I despise this game. Because it just feels so insulting to my own goddamn intelligence. Explaining the hold-up mechanic? Fine. That's fine. That wasn't something we explored in the opening of the game. So explaining that to me now? Fine. Explaining the fact that Joker has multiple personas? Fine. Also something we did not explore at the beginning of the game. So it's fine for you to tell me now. Telling me about elemental weaknesses? Fine. That's okay too. The elemental weaknesses were not in the opening of the game. But telling me you can press X to attack? Here's a gun? Press up for your gun? It's like, not only is it on my fucking screen, but we already did this! And in a better way Where you gave me a fight that let me go in, oh, I wonder what this does. And let me actually fucking explore instead of fucking being like, okay, hang on, we gotta stop everything you're doing. Were you having fun? Well, that sucks because we're about to take all that away from you. Fuck you. Ugh. And that's only the first fucking palace. Oh my god. Such a fucking slog fest. Like when my first impressions of the game were amazing. That first palace was cool. They play that song that's all like dun, 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 and I'm like, yo. And they're like, it's not a game. I'm not a robber, and I'm challenging you. I'm not a phantom. I'm in your face. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, this is hype. And then they just kill all the fucking momentum with this thing. And then this is just purely based on the original version of this game. I know in Royal they added an extra theme they play, like when you get a backstab or something like that, or when you catch an enemy off guard or whatever it's called. But the fucking main song, Last Surprise, got so fucking grating to me. Like, hang on, let me bring up my YouTube. Where's my music? Where's the music? Is we the real music. So, just to show you how much better Persona 3 is, right? This is the Persona 3 song for encountering enemies, or like when you get a backstab or whatever the fuck, right? And it's like okay, this is pretty jazzy, all right. And then and then it's like, oh, and it's like, this is crazy. This is a vibe. I don't know how you can get. I don't know if you guys can. Oh, I turned on desktop audio. Oops. That's why. Sorry about that. Disturbing the peace. Look into my eyes. Like, and to be fair, fights usually don't last this long, right? Usually the fight is just this first part, where it's like, okay. And then, like, usually by the time it gets to, like, this part, the fight is ending. And it's like, fine. And it's always a treat when you get to the... What part is it? This part? Yeah, this part is my, like, favorite part of the song. So, like, a lot of the times I'm playing Persona 3, I would sit there and let this song play out. Because I'm like, oh... fuck. Like, this is so good. And then you have fucking Persona 5. You have, what is it called? Last Surprise? You have this fucking... Like, I'm usually a sucker for violins in gaming. A lot of my favorite video game soundtracks are violins. Have violins in it. Rage Awakened, Zinnia's battle theme from Pokemon Oras. Fucking two amazing themes. I think 13th Struggle also might have it. I think that might be like the bum 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 bum. Anyway, but you have the amazing jazziness of Persona 3. And then you have... And it's just not a vibe. Like, it's not a bad song, but the fact that you have to listen to it in every single fight It's like, oh my god, please, please stop. Please. And then this is terrible. I hate this. Like, it's not, overall, it's not bad. But it's not the replayability that you can listen to on loop that is this. Like, I don't know anything about music, right? I don't know music theory or any fucking thing like that. I'm sure I can ask one of my friends to break down the styles and genre and all this shit. But this is just so much better than Persona 5. And then if we want to talk about fucking good RPG music, we have... Well, first, I guess we should listen to this video. Where is it? Oh, this one. It's The Crow. Nah, this song's terrible. I really hate Last Surprise, bro. I really do. I like that the video's called Play a Real Shin Megami Tensei Game. That one's okay. It's not necessarily my like taste in music, but it's fine. And that one at least doesn't sound like it would get as grating as the Persona 5s. But Persona 5 does have good music. What is it called? Life Will Change? Is that what it is? That? This one is so good. This one I was like, okay, I'm kind of vibing with this little riff we got here, and then the bass kicks in, and I was like, oh my god. Like, listen to that. I was like, okay, I'm interested. You've got me hooked. Robert, and I'm challenging you. I'm not a phantom. I'm in your face, and I'm here to see it through. Like, this is so heat. And they play it during, like, this, the vocalized version of this song is only played, like, 4 times throughout the game. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It knows when it needs to be here, and it's fucking fantastic when it is. And you know the best part? The instrumental version of this plays whenever you're on your last day of having to beat the dungeon. And the best part about that is, in every fight you get into, it doesn't interrupt the song. So like, you get into a fight, it will not start playing Last Surprise. It will start playing, it will keep playing this. And it'll just keep going and going and going. I'm just like, yes! Why could it have been like this the whole time? And then you have the super fucking unfortunate one that I thought was nice. I was like, you know what? This one's a pretty decent boss theme. And it felt special because it was playing during a critical moment in the story where it's like, okay, this is the guy that basically ruined your whole life, and here's the moment in which you will have to decide of, oh, are you gonna fall down the rabbit hole of, you know, taking revenge, or are you gonna actually make him pay for his actions, right? And then you get this fucking theme while fighting him, and I'm like, well, first off, I'm like, it's a different song. Hang on a minute. Whoa. Pause. You're telling me you're playing a different song for a boss theme that's not a generic guitar riff? That does not sound like a boss theme? So I'm like, okay. I was like, alright. So I'm like, okay, I'm locking in. This is pretty intense. And then, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, alright. I'm like, okay. This is it. This is the fight to end the game. This is what everything has been leading up to. And then guess what? They immediately undercut what makes this song so special. Because immediately after you beat what I thought was the final boss, it's not. You have to go down to the depths of the metro and fight a giant cup while it also plays the song. And I was like, really? I was like, we're using this again? Persona 5? With how stylized everything is in this game, from the HUD, if you see it, how like, it's like all like the fucking lettering and newsletter and shit like that, and how cool it looks, and like the pause menus and all that. Everything stylistically is fucking great. But then you're telling me, and I could be missing the point entirely and have media illiteracy, and I would love for someone to explain to me if I do. But then they play this when you're fighting a fucking cup? Like it's like, if this is like the penultimate, oh, this is the evil that is creating the entire alternate sub-universe within our own. Why is it getting the same theme as the guy who's trying to become president? Oh my god. You know what I just fucking realized about Persona? It's just the worst Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. It's just the worst Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Think about it. I can read thank you for the most part. Look, that says Pixie. Stupid bitch ass dumbass fucking worst character cat. God, Morgana is so goddamn annoying. I fucking hate Morgana. And I know that's not like a hot take, but fuck me, Morgana is one of the worst written characters in all of fucking anything ever. They're in the, at least in the original game, there is no character to Morgana. It's, oh man, what is this? What is the secret about Morgana? They're all fucking mysterious and a cat, a talking cat. Sorry, that was Mimum. What was I talking about? Morgana? Better than Paimon? I don't know. That's difficult for me. At least from what I remember about Paimon. There was more... And maybe that's because, I don't know, I haven't played that game. I haven't played Genshin in fucking like 2 or 3 years. Whenever they last... Well, oh my god. Whenever France came out, that new region with the water girl, the water god, I hopped on then for like 2 days because I heard Ganyu was coming back. My friend was like, bro, it's your time. Ganyu's coming back. Which, story about that. Here, I'll keep playing some music while we talk. I'll just lower it a little. Speaking of that, fucking... Okay, I first hop on Genshin, right? And my luck is fucking horrible in these gacha games. All my friends are getting 5 stars. Like, one of my friends got Gene. One of my friends got a fucking... Well, who did he pull? Who was his first 5-star pull? I can't remember. And I was like, fuck. I didn't pull shit. I got this fucking stupid ass kid named Bennett who blows himself up. Like, that's so lame. I know, he used to be one of the best units in the game. I don't know if he still is. But then I pulled Klee. Klee was my first 5-star. And I was like, let's go, a 5-star. And she was strong at the time. So I was like, oh, just my luck. And then I never pulled a copy of her. Even when they reran her banner, I never pulled another copy of her. And now she's one of the weakest units in the fucking game because she got power crept. And I was like, oh. But they released Ganyu. And I was like, oh my god. Yes, I need this character. I need Ganyu. That is a rat? I know there's a rat in this game, in Zenless. Hang on. Get out of here. There's a rat in this one. Where is she? There she is. La Rata. But Ganyu was coming out, and if you don't know, she is a girl with blue hair, and she has horns, and she has a big butt. And canonically, she apparently killed the monster by making it choke on her because she used to be a fat little kid. That's hilarious. And I really wanted Ganyu, and I didn't pull her. I didn't get her. I tried to spend money. This is something I don't enjoy admitting, but I tried to spend money on Genshin to pull, but my bank literally would not let me. My bank would not let me because they were like, hey, this is a weird transaction to this weird Chinese company. So we're afraid of fraud. So you're going to have to call us if you want this transaction to go through. And I was like, my anti-socialness kicked in and I was like, yeah, no, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. And then once I was able, the next banner came out. And the first pull I did on that banner, I pulled the 5-star on it. And I was so fucking upset. I was so annoyed. It was like some demon guy. I was like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? That is crazy. And then, yeah, so my friend was like, hop back on. Ganyu's coming back. So I'm over here like, oh shit. Ganyu's fucking... She fucking... Ugh. She crazy. So I was like, alright, I'll hop back on. And then when I hopped on, they were promoting a new character whose banner was about to end. Her name is Furina, I think. And she has like water powers. She's like, I think, the god of that place. And I almost pulled for her. I was like, I played the test trial just to get the free gems you get. And I was like, wait. I told my friend, I was like, Junie, this character is literally V. She is V from Devil May Cry 5. I kind of want to pull for her. And my friend Judy's like, no, man. Remember the game. Focus. Stay strong. Do not waver. And I'm like, but fuck, bro. She's V. 4 ads. Damn. I was like, fuck, bro. She's V. She's V Devil May Cry 5. I kind of want her. As you're creeping for love, but I was like, fuck. I do want. Oh, I'm like this for you. If you thought you probably wish you could fast forward. Oh. And then I didn't pull for her. And then I quit playing the game before Ganyu ever actually came out. And I haven't played since. Like I said, the only reason I'm on this game again is because my friend was like, dude. Ellen's getting a buff, bro. You gotta hop back on. I was like, okay. Welcome back. Oh, this is something I didn't talk about last time. We're jumping a lot of topics here, but this is just what happens. So, of course, with all free-to-play games, microtransactions exist, and where microtransactions exist, skins exist. They're charging money for this skin. And you may think, Tanuki, neat. What problem do you have with this? You don't have to buy it. And it's like, true. But why are they charging money for this skin? It's just her with a worse design. Like, look, it takes all the pizzazz out of her, and I get that's the point. But if you also want to do that, why not choose a better outfit? Like, hang on, can I bring up the trailer for Ellen? Is that her name, Ellen Joe? Sure is. Where's the one where she's in the onesie? Joe. What if I just type in pajama? Yeah. Is it this one? Is it this one? Yes. So look, instead of giving her just a shitty, normal fucking schoolgirl outfit that I don't care about. Oh, hello. I think it's working fine. Hi, Misa. By the way, I saw that's Misa. That's the artist that does all my emotes, and that made this model. So give her a round of applause, folks. Also, Visa, she was streaming earlier. I tried to watch her stream. I don't speak Spanish though. Or oh god, it might be not Spanish, but a language very similar to Spanish. Cause where is she from? Peru? Am I making that up? Is Peruvian different than Spanish? I do very much like it. I'm so handsome. Anyway, back to my rant. Yeah, I don't speak. I'm a fake Hispanic and I only speak English. Yeah, I'm a fake Hispanic. No habla. It's not called Peruvia. It's called Peru. Like I said, I think I could be completely wrong about that. Let me double check that actually, and then I gotta fact check myself. Does she have it on her Twitter? Misa. Because I don't think it's Chilean. I think Dives is Chilean, and someone else is Chilean, right? Where's this flag? Where's this flag? I can't tell. It won't tell me. Anyway. So right, this outfit, right? All the sauce taken out of my fucking goth edgy maid girl. But they could have easily fixed it because look at this shit, chat. No, that's the wrong thing. What the fuck am I looking for? This one. This one. Check this shit out. So look at this. Oops. I don't know why it's like this. Look. So this is her. You can see her little tail. And she sleeps in a shark onesie. Is it not actually playing? Why is it not actually playing? Oh, hang on. There we go. That's why it was like that. Because it was trying to capture the window for the... Okay. But look! She just has a little shark onesie. And it's like, why give us a cringy schoolgirl outfit when we could have had her in the shark onesie? How crazy is that? Instead, we got this boring dookie ass version. Fuck. I don't. I have a Pikachu onesie that does. I think I gave it to my cousin because it doesn't fit me anymore. And that's the only onesie I've ever owned. I'm not like super crazy in the sharks like that. I was super crazy in the Pokemon though. And then they just let me down year after year. But I gave it to my cousin because, you know, it didn't fit me anymore. I got tall and fat. So I was like, hey, cousin. My cousin's name is Zelda. I was like, hey, Zelda, you want this? She was like, yes. And I was like, alright, here you go. I think. I don't think it's still in there. Anyway, this just popped in my head because we were talking about designs and Genshin and whatnot. Anyway, back to why I hate Persona 5. What point did I leave off on? Persona 5 music is bad because they are bad with it. And you have to fight a big cup. And then the ending is lame because you win with the like power of friendship or whatever. Which is like, yeah, I get it. Oh my god, Morgana is such an annoying character. Oh, the Morgana versus Paimon argument. From what I remember about Paimon is yes, she's annoying, and yes, she talks too much. But at least they like, I don't know, not a lot of characters take her very seriously. And it always feels like she's the butt of the joke. I just unplugged my keyboard, which is like great. Like it's the whole joke where you're gonna eat her, you're gonna cannibalize Paimon, which is like cool. Shout out cannibalism, I guess. But for Morgana, it's like sure he's the butt of the joke sometimes. In those moments, is great. One of the best moments of Persona 5 is when like Morgana says something, and then there's a kid who's like, "Whoa, did that cat just talk?" And then your character's like, "No, he's actually a toy." And then you have the option to like, then you like press him and he talks, and then the kid's like, "I want to see it again." And then you have the option to like do it once or fucking mash his skull into the ground. And of course, you gotta mash his skull into the ground, and then it's funny. But that's pretty much the only time I can ever remember Morgana being likable. Other than that, he just thinks. See, the difference between Morgana and Paimon is ego. From what I remember about Genshin, Paimon does not come off as having any ego. Yeah, but today's just kind of a lazy stream, so I left him to just be still. We are supposed to just be mindlessly grinding fucking Zenless Zone Zero, but instead I got on a talk about ranting on why I hate Persona 5. Uh, like, from what I remember about Genshin, is that Morgana doesn't really, not, sorry, Paimon doesn't really have too much of an ego. The only time she's a little sassy sometimes, but but the parts I know is only when like it's pretty well deserved, and she only really just wants people to listen to her and not be ignored, which is fine. But Morgana fucking thinks he's the greatest in the goddamn universe, and then the cat wants to fuck a human girl, and it's like, okay, I don't know why this needs to be a plot point, but all right, I guess this is happening. And then I don't know how Genshin's gonna end. I don't know if it's ever gonna end. But my headcanon for what the fuck Paimon was that she's somehow related to whatever god trapped you and your uh sibling for a thousand years or whatever the fuck how long you were trapped. Uh, because she shares a lot of design similarities to that god that trapped you. So it'd be super cool to have the potential to have Paimon like I this is the easiest way I can compare it. Has Chad ever played Sonic Unleashed? There's a character in Sonic Unleashed named Chip. He's a little floating cat fairy guy, right? And he has no memory. And as you progress to the game, his memory starts to come back, and he realizes that he is like an entity, a super powerful entity whose whole deal is to be locked in an eternal war with the evil version of himself, so that he can destroy the evil version of, so they can put the evil version of himself to rest along with him, and then they would repeat the cycle however many other years later. Now, if Genshin would have that was kind of what I thought Genshin was going towards, where this whatever Paimon is doesn't like, yeah, like Marks, right? Or like, what's that guy's name from fucking, oh my god, what is his name? Magalore is his name from Kirby's Return to Dreamland, where they portray themselves as this ditzy fucking over the top cartoony sidekick companion, but in reality they are the evil mastermind who wants to fucking take over the universe. That's what I thought Genshin was building towards. Like I said, I haven't played the game story in fucking like 2 years. The game's like 90 gigs now or something, something like that. And the only reason I'd ever get back on is if like I had friends to get on with. I don't think I have any friends that play that game anymore. Uh, and for Persona 5, there was the whole mystery of like, what is Morgana, right? Morgana claims they were once human, but we don't know that for sure. So like, what is Morgana? If they were human, why did they change into this weird cat thing and all that? And you know what the answer is? Spoilers for Persona 5, at least the standard edition. Want to know what the plotline conclusion of that is? Fucking nothing. Morgana is nothing. Morgana is actually nothing. If I remember correctly, Morgana is just a creation that the Mementos made for some fucking reason. I don't remember why the Mementos created Morgana, but it just did. And there Morgana exists forever. It's like, okay. Well, that fucking meant absolutely nothing. Whatever, I guess. Cool. But, you know, you guys remember that part where the two lollies did a fusion dance and became the Mega Lolly? That was cool, I guess. And then you have this, like, weird moment where, like, all your characters die or whatever, and then you grab a... whatever. The ending to that game was so fucking disappointing. Where I was like, this is what we're ending on? Like, I get, like, that most of the time, like, the mechanic with the perception, right? Like, of the society's perception, and that the memento is a reflection, and like everything that, like, the way that people are perceived in society is how they are in the mementos. It's like, that's an interesting mechanic. You want to know a plotline that did it better? Fire Force. Fire Force did it better. Spoilers for Fire Force, but they did that shit way better. I won't say anything because season 3 is still coming out, but they did that shit way better. Oh my god. And then it just all culminates to like, oh, here's a big fucking god entity thing, and then you summon a big Arsene, and you shoot him in the head. It's like, okay, that was neat, I guess. Whatever. I'm not like, ah. Oh. And to be fair, I never got to the end of Persona 3 because I got kicked off the fucking family game share. But like, I don't know. I've heard that game's ending has made multiple friends I know cry. Persona 3 has made a lot of my friends cry with its ending. I'm like, okay. Anyways, what was I talking? Because there's a new Persona thing coming out, right? Hang on. Persona. There's a new Persona 5 thing happening, isn't there? Maybe if I just look up Atlas. Maybe Atlas talked about it. What? What the fuck am I? New Persona game. Yeah, here, Persona 5, the Phantom X. What the fuck is this? Here, chat, do you want to watch Persona 5, the Phantom X with me? I don't know what this is. Oh, there's no subtitles? No, Japanese auto subtitles. Fuck. I don't understand what's happening. At least there's a different character. What the fuck is happening? I don't understand Japanese. Wait, is this literally just the same plot as Persona? Is this literally just Persona 5 2? Oh, I like the outfit for the girl. Wait! Isn't that guy in Persona 3? Am I crazy? Or does he just look very similar? What's that guy's name? The homeboy. Junpei. That's his name, right? Am I crazy for thinking this looks like Junpei? Excuse me, can I go friend by friend, please? Excuse me. Back up. God damn it. Oh, first off, I would like to talk about this. Go back far enough. Let's do a drip check. Okay, so the guy, not very saucy. Not into it. He's not very dripped out. His clothes are kind of basic and shitty. The little mascot character looks like a Kingdom Hearts character. I'm not gonna lie to you. They look like a Kingdom Hearts character. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I like Kingdom Hearts characters for the most part. But that's pretty much a Kingdom Hearts character. And then the girl drip check, the only thing I don't like, I like her big, like, oversized, like, hoodie dress thing, onesie thingy. That's fine. Her shoes have little lightning bolts on them, I guess. I don't like her glasses. I don't like her big, goofy mask or whatever. Like, look at this guy. He looks like Junpei. What the fuck? What is happening? Hey, Igor's back. That's a new character we haven't seen. Oh my god, it looks like so many reused assets. Okay, I understand game design and whatnot. But if I'm not mistaken, isn't this exact scene ripped straight from regular Persona 5? Am I crazy? Weren't you the main character Joker and then your boy Ryuji sitting here? And look, this looks like Ryuji but with blue hair. And then this is straight up a reused asset. They do this exact same thing in regular Persona 5. To be fair, you don't play guitar in Persona 5. Maybe in Royal you do. I haven't seen it. That thing looks cool as shit though. Okay, with how much I hate Persona 5, the Persona designs are actually pretty fucking cool. Ooh. She's pretty. Wait, she's just fucking white-haired... What's her name? Kirijo? Is that her name? From Persona 3? She's just white-haired Kirijo. She even has ice and a rapier. Okay, that one's cool. The Persona designs are never not cool, to be fair. Oh my god, it's Joker! Oh! Okay, the original cast is coming back. That's neat, I guess. I wasn't really attached to any of the characters in the original game. Like, I don't know. They didn't really feel like characters to me. Like, Ryuji, I guess, had a decent arc, but dude, An was so boring. Oh my god, that's one of my friend's favorite character in that game. And I'm like, really? Out of all of them, An? I'm like, bro, she goes from, I'm gonna be a model, but oh no, it sucks because I don't want to be, like, just perceived as only being pretty. But then throughout your entire fucking course with her, she never really changes. Nothing about her changes. She doesn't go through an arc. The biggest thing she goes from is, I don't want to be sexualized, to, hey, I still don't want to be sexualized. It's like, that's cool. But then she's constantly getting into sexualized positions? And it's like, game, I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. I get that this woman doesn't want to be perceived as just, like, only on her physical appearance. But when you don't give her anything else, and only make her character go from, oh, I'm going to be a model, but I don't want to be just known as being a model, to, hey, I'm going to be a model. It's like, what the whatever. At least they have a hot goth doctor. And you can bang your teacher, which is cool. which is really weird. She's bad, though. I guess be real. Like, so far, I think the characters in Persona 3 far outclass the characters in Persona 5. I think they're all better in, like, every sense of the word. Oh, I fucking hate Persona 5. Anyway, that was just a little bit of why I very much have a huge disdain for the Persona franchise, for the Persona 5 series. That's fine, right? Supporting women's fine. Another thing I hate about Persona 5, and Persona 3 does this wrong too. You can't play as a girl. And I know, in like the original Persona 3, there was DLC that let you play as a girl. I like playing as, I don't know if you can tell. I like playing as females in video games because I like looking cute. I like being cute. Which one were we doing? Was it? No, it wasn't this one, right? Where is it? This one? Yeah. But like, I want to be a cute girl. Being cute is not overrated. Excuse me. Excuse you, me. Cuteness is justice. The Tanuki is not cute. Let's be real. I'm only cute because Misa draws me this way. Like I said, original Tanuki Need is a bum. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hiya. 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 So if you think the Tanuki is cute, that's all Misa. Normal Tanuki needs a bum. Radio. Tanuki bum. That's what NEAT means. So for all of you who don't know, NEAT is an acronym. Now I don't know if they actually use NEAT as an acronym anywhere outside of Japan, but NEAT stands for not in education, employment, or training. So just a bum. That's like the whole point to Tanuki NEAT. That's why I'm Tanuki NEAT with 2 E's. The N is for not, the E is for education, the other E is for employment, and the T is for training, as in like training for a job or like internship, I guess. So that's Tanuki NEAT. That's the wrong one. Freedom Blues, Polar Metal. Fuck. I thought I got a new Electro Swing. Is it not for this slot? Oh, they're for specific fucking slots. Woodpecker Electro. Oh, I need to find some ammunition. Oh. Okay. That's Tanuki NEAT. Once again, Misa draws me very handsome. No complaints here. But yeah, I like playing girls in video games. Damn, Ellen got fucking blasted. Ow. No. I can't use right click to dodge? That's weird. Ah. No. Ow, stop shooting me. Oh, I guess we're doing this. Man, I really wish I could use right click to dodge. That would make my life a lot easier. Yeah, boom. Stop. Oh, he froze. Oh my god. I'm Devil May Cry Gaming. Royal Guard! I don't know how to use Royal Guard in DMC. Royal Guard in DMC. I would love to be able to use Royal Guard in DMC. I am nowhere near good enough for that game to actually use that. 110. The worst time so far. Oh, but we got a 1. But yes, thus concludes my TED Talk for why I think Persona 5 is an overhyped game. If you like it, that's fine. You're allowed to like things. That's a thing people don't get. Just because one goober says they don't like something doesn't mean you have to fucking hate on them for it. Like, people say they don't like shit I like all the time. So, alright. What are you gonna do? Just be like, it's... What's that? Oh my god, wait, what's that video? You hate it because I like it. This is how everybody reacts. No, where is it? I can't find it. Maybe I could have watched. What? Was this taken down? Hang on, I think I put it in my liked videos. I gotta find this now. Oh. Well, first chat, I gotta show you one of the funniest videos on the internet. I wish I looked like Virgil. Oh my god. That would be awesome. No, the real Tadukini does not look like Virgil. Oh my god, I wish. Scum. No way. You've got your own. But I want yours. Why do you deny more power? Anyway, welcome to one of the funniest videos on the internet. Oh wait, you can't even hear it. Hang on.
Me when your girl, no, you when your girl, when your girl sees me when I'm like shirtless. So,
I love this video because of how long it takes him to actually say the joke. And then his friend in the background, once he actually says it, who's like, dude, nice! Like, that just fucking overhyping is so hilarious. Alright, hang on, I'm trying to find this other video. This is how people on the internet react when you say you don't necessarily enjoy something they enjoy. Wait, is it this creator that made it? No. And I'm like, dude, it ain't that deep. Like, I can sit here and tell you, here it is.
I like my advice ball. It's just this little thing I...
This is how everybody reacts when you say something. When you're like, oh, when you're like, I don't like this thing that you like because of these reasons. And this is how the internet reacts.
I like my advice ball. It's just this little thing I like, but you reject it. You hate it because I like...
You hate it because I liked it. That's what everybody reacts. Everyone's like, you don't like this thing because I like it? It's like, no, I don't like it because of all the problems I told you I have with it. Like, I've told you, I have had friends go, oh, you just don't like this because it's popular. I'm like, no, I don't like it. If it wasn't popular, I still wouldn't like it. Let me out of here. Let me in. Let me in. Like, I love popular things. Fucking Eric Andre's show. That show's fucking hilarious. God damn, I love that show. No. I want to go to Calfee. I like OG Dragon Ball. Like, well, I like OG Dragon Ball and I like Dragon Ball Z. I hated Dragon Ball Super. Oh my fucking god, Dragon Ball Super was so terrible. There was just nothing, and they made Goku lame. And I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of fucking hate for that. And they apparently took out a lot of what Like, my friends explained to me what happens in the manga. They were like, yeah, actually, Roshi fights Jiren and uses Ultra Instinct and kind of throws hands. And I'm like, what? That's just fucking awesome. But that doesn't happen in the anime. Sure. I was like, that sounds fucking awesome. But no, instead in the anime, Goku flies into his fucking spirit bomb failed whatever thing. And then gets teleported to an alternate dimension or some shit. And then fucking learns his thingy. I don't know. Whatever. There was only one fight that I was like, okay, this is some sauce in Dragon Ball Super. One fight. And that was the Kefla, right? That's what they're called when they're combined. The Kefla versus Goku fight. I was like, alright. I see it. Okay. This is pretty hype. Where am I going? Take me to the alley where my car is. Like, you know what? I can see why people enjoy this, but then every other fight was just kind of lame. My favorite characters in that, though, are Beerus and Whis. The combination of Beerus and Whis together are so fucking hilarious. This is the wrong area. Beerus and Whis are my favorite two characters. I love their chemistry together. They're just hilarious. Whis? What am I doing? Big Bang. But like, the reason I don't like Dragon Ball Super is because there's no fucking substance to it. At least with Z, things had substance and had a meaning. Sure, Goku liked fighting, but he wouldn't start fights that would end his fucking universe just for fun. You know? He didn't fight Cell. I mean, he did endanger the entire universe by trying to 1v1 Cell. But he didn't actively fucking let Cell live. He was dead when Cell was doing his thing. Was he? What the fuck? Actually, what was Goku doing when Cell was running around? I can't even remember. I just remember him not being around. He wasn't there when Cell was doing... no. Where the fuck was he? Was he dead? And then they wished him back. And then he was like, okay. Let's go train in the hyperbolic time chamber. Is that what happened? I really can't remember. And then when fucking Majin Buu came in, Goku was the one talking sense into Frieza. When Frieza was like, I became evil because I want more power to fight you, Goku. And then fucking Goku's like, okay, but can we do that later? We kind of have to stop these guys first before they destroy our entire planet, and then we can fight however much you want. And it's like, what happened to that Goku? What happened to him? Oh, and Goku Black was so disappointing. Zenitsu, that was his name. I thought he was going to shape up to be really cool. And then he just wasn't. And I was upset. I liked Zenitsu. I went to the wrong area again. Zenitsu was cool. And then he wasn't. And then he had a shitty fight. And then they had to nerf Gogeta. I don't know why. No, Vegito. I keep calling him Gogeta. Vegito. They had to nerf Vegito. Because... Okay, so we cut back to Dragon Ball Z, right? Where the Kai is giving them the Kai earrings. And he's like, if you fuse with someone, be warned. It is going to be permanent. There is no reversing this fusion. If you are fused forever. This is also the wrong area. And then cut to Dragon Ball Super, where they fuse. But then they're like, oh, haha, just kidding. It turns out it was only, there we go. It was only permanent for Kais. You mortals, it only lasts half an hour. It's like, what? It's like, what? Why? And then you want another reason why? Because Vegito would fucking wipe the floor with Zenitsu, and they didn't want that happening because they wanted Trunks to have this moment, which is fine. But it's like, then why include Vegito at all? I would rather he just was not included than to have fucking him be included and then be shitty. Because I love Vegito. Vegito was cool. He got turned into a piece of candy and still fucking threw hands with Majin Buu. I timed it too late. What? I didn't time that one? No. Ooh, bitch. This character. I had to think about that for a second. Give me the buff. Ooh, ooh. But yeah, that's my Dragon Ball pick. And a lot of my friends think I'm stupid for that. I thought Jiren was a lame villain. Thought he was kind of boring. And, you know, didn't really care. I like the Broly movie. I thought the Broly movie was fun. Just because it was goofy. Fucking... I forgot what they were originally trying to wish for, but fucking Bulma out here wishing for the BBL. Fucking Frieza out here wishing to be taller. And I was like, that's goofy, that's silly. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the silliness of this. And then here comes Broly, fucking weakened. He's being an absolute tweaker. And it's like, I am 100% okay with this. Are all of these HP? Is this like Genshin? When this is... Seems like it. What are the substats we got on this? We did get a crit rate. Sure, I'll enhance it. Why not? Max me out. What did we get? Defense and then... Fuck! We didn't have one enhanced crit rate at all? What's this? Energy regen, don't care. Defense, don't care. HP percent, don't care. Alright, fine. Alright. I guess now we can actually play the video game instead of just grinding. This is what I hate about these gacha games that MiHoYo makes. They limit my grind time. I get why. I want you to pay. You should pay money. But it's like... With... Oh... Do I have water? Did I grab water before this app started? I did not. Will you accept Coca-Cola, flat Coca-Cola as a substitute? Ugh. Ready for this shit? I have 2 bottles of Coke, by the way, in my room. My mom, addicted to soda. She fucking loves soda. Me? Take it or leave it. I don't really care about soda. Here's the thing about me, chat. I love flat soda. Low key, that might be one of the reasons my last girlfriend broke up with me. I like flat soda. Yeah, I said it. I'll do it again. By the way, can I just say, I can't get behind her. This bitch, she bad as hell. Hello, you two. It's been a while since I saw you at the booth at the arcade together. Need to play some matches? I know. I get judged a lot. What's that meme? You think coming out as gay is hard? Try telling people you like Little Caesar's pizza. Then really see how tolerant they are. I'm not proud of it. But I'm also not going to sit here and let myself be shamed. It's a little thing. Here, wait. We can play the video again.
I like my advice ball. It's just this little thing I like, but you reject it. You hate it because I like
You hate it because I liked it. No, pause. I don't want to be watching Shondo clips right now. Oh, I clicked out of my fucking game. Sorry to disappoint you, Asha. But we're here about something else today. You want to hear another nerd battle we had with my friends? It was over character design, right? So, we were looking at the character designs for Bell and Weiss. And my friend was like, I don't like them. I don't like them as... I think the Genshin main characters are designed way better. And I was like, I respectfully disagree with that statement. The Genshin main characters feel so generic, right? Their clothes aren't really anything cool or interesting. Like, they're supposed to be outlanders of that realm, and yet their clothes don't really seem all that crazy for what everybody else is wearing. But, and the clothes are not, like, very indicative to their personalities, right? Like, look at fucking... and that's because their personalities don't change based on which one you choose to play as. So it's not like the guy character is going to respond any differently than a girl character. And then you take Zenless Zone Zero, which, you know, as you play through the story of the game, you find that Weiss is he's the older brother, so he is the calm one. He is the one that's mostly collected at times. And, like, he's the get shit done guy. And he's very, like, DQ11. What the hell is that? I might have, but I don't understand the acronym. Dungeon Quest? Is that a game that exists? That's a game franchise that exists, right? Dragon Quest? Dragon Quest probably is what you're saying to me. Dragon Quest is a game. Does Dragon Quest have 11 games? Fuck. I haven't played a Dragon Quest game. I have not. Dragon Quest is the one that has the art by the Dragon Ball guy, right? He did that art. At least he used to. That's why the... What? Is it Dragon Quest 11 that has the main character that looks like Trunks? Dragon Quest. Yeah. Okay. I think it was the Dragon Ball guy who did the art for Dragon Quest. Yeah, Akira Toriyama. So the guy who made Dragon Ball. Yeah. The guy who created Dragon Ball was the artist for Dragon Quest. That's why one of the main characters looks so much like Trunks. The guy that's in Smash. Yeah. Actually, his name is Hero. Thank you. Anyway, back to character design. So with Weiss's personality, he's like the overly worked, kind of doting older brother, right? So he's like the one who's like always like, hey, Belle, did you make sure to fucking do this? And that's pretty indicative in his design. It's very sleek and, like, you know, not all that crazy. Like, he doesn't have he doesn't really have any accessories other than like a backpack he carries around for practicality. And then there's Belle, who's the younger sister, who's the more social one of the two. She is just as capable as Weiss, but a little less put together. She's more quirky. And that also comes across in her design. Like, hang on, once we finish this cutscene, I can go into it more with how, like, she has a lot of accessories on her. She has, like, a bracelet, a bunch of earrings. She has a bunch of shit attached to her hip. She has 2 different socks on. Just stuff like that. That's like, oh yeah, you can look at this character and go, she doesn't look like... She looks like a person who wakes up in the morning and goes, oh my god, I'm late for whatever I need to do, and just throws on the first thing she can find that isn't on her floor. While Weiss is the one who's like, hey, please do your fucking laundry. And I think that comes across in their designs. And I think it's also canonicized that Belle dyes her hair. Like, they both have the gray hair, but she just dyes it for whatever reason. So that's interesting. I don't play Smash anymore either. All my friends are still super. All my friends play it occasionally. I haven't played Smash in fucking years. The last time I like played Smash to actively try to be good at it was when I was in high school. I would bring my Switch and all my friends. So we would play on my Switch on our lunch table with the sun beating down on us on the tiny Switch screen, playing with the side Joy-Cons, and we'd play like that. And then I didn't play, and then Mithra came out, and I was like, I played Xenoblade 2 for 20 seconds, and I think those characters are hot, so I'm gonna buy them. And I did. And I played them, and all my friends were like, fuck you for playing that character, I hope you die. And I was like, okay. And then I've never played it again. Could you take a look at the survey? Would you like to sign my petition? Like, again, with character design with this, you can see, like... So she's supposed to be the owner of the arcade, right? So she has, like, fucking... what looks to be coffee attached to her hip. Some ripped jeans. Like, a little pouch thing with, like, what looks to be a wrench in it. Probably so she can fix these designs. I don't know what this is. A Walkman? Looks like a Walkman. For all those born before... For all those born after the year 2000... a Walkman was what they had before an iPod. Oh, are you researching the movie genres to stock in your store? It's actually a public security survey. Ah, don't tell me you guys got busted by public security, and now you're doing community service. Were you selling pirated videotapes or burning illegal discs or... Wow, burning CDs? What era does this game take place in? She has a Walkman. We're talking about burning CDs and videotapes. Is that how you see us? I'm just kidding. There's just too many secretive residents on the 6th Street. New siblings give off a somewhat mysterious vibes. It's retro. Fair. I do want a Walkman. Now, just to give full transparency, I was born after the year 2000. But I would love a Walkman. Just to have it. And I also want a Polaroid. And not the new Polaroids where they're all small and convenient. No. I want the big, brick-looking Polaroid cameras that weighed like 10 pounds and were an inconvenience. I want those Polaroids. Wouldn't be surprised if I find out one day you were the #1 most wanted on public security's most wanted list. That's redundant. Excuse me, madam. My writer instincts are kicking in here. And you don't have to say #1 most wanted on the most wanted list. You could cut out the most wanted part and just say, I found out one day you were the #1 on public security's most wanted list. Or you'd also take out the. So you would just say, I wouldn't be surprised if I found out one day you were #1 on public security's most wanted list. The rest of the sentence is superfluous. The new ones! You know the new ones? They're like little fucking handheld size. Look. Polaroid. Camera. They're so tiny now. Like, look how small this thing is. Hang on, I'm bringing it up. For chat's like, oh, we can't see it. Look at that. Hang on. Look at how small that is. Compared to the phone. Look! And it's like, if you want to talk about an OG Polaroid, where are the OG ones? Look at how big that one is. No, that's not an OG Polaroid. Camera. It's the original. Because the originals were bigger than that. Original. I can't really get anything that's like a Yeah, look. Look at how big that thing is. Look how big that photo is. They're pretty big and clunky compared to the new ones. Look at how streamlined that is. I don't want a fucking streamlined version. I want all the inconveniences of the 80s. I know. Well, this guy probably shook the fucking Polaroid and then set this photo up. Because, you know, you're not supposed to shake a Polaroid. Contrary to the Outkast song, the very popular Outkast song, where he goes, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. You don't actually shake Polaroids. It ruins the photos. They come out blurry and all saturated like that. Ideally, you know, develop them in a red room. Look, I like old stuff. Well, because that was just a popular thing at the time. Like, shaking a Polaroid is what people did. It's in media everywhere. But contrary to popular belief, it's not good for the photos. That's about right. I see you're just helping out an officer, you know. Well, as long as you're okay, that's what matters. Yeah, look, I can double check it. We can fact check right now. Is it bad to shake a Polaroid picture? Yes, it's generally bad to shake a Polaroid picture, especially when it's still developing. Shaking can cause chemical layers to separate, leading to bubbles, marks, and distortions in the final image. Boom! There you go. I never owned a Polaroid. I'm not that old. I was born in the year 2003, okay? So I was born in that weird middle time where people weren't exactly over the 80s, but, you know, technology was rapidly advancing. So I know what CDs are and, like, those compact CD players that you would, like, attach to your hip, and they were basically Walkmans, but you'd put CDs in them and connect headphones too. I know about those. I know about the old brick iPods and the iPod Nano and all that. Oh, those were the times. My mom still has a big brick iPod. My uncle used to burn CDs for us all the fucking time. I just want it. Just, I don't know. It'd be cool. The Zune. That was the fucking... Was that the video camera? Or was that the competitor to the iPod? Zune. Oh, they made a bunch of shit. Oh, it was the competitor to the iPod. I do. It was like the... Everyone called this like the knockoff iPod. Oh, fuck. I remember this shit. this is shit all the broke boys had. Whenever you'd be like, I have an iPod, and you'd be like, I have a Zune. They'd be like, a fucking Zune. It's like nowadays when you tell people you have an Android, people like, an Android. It was like that, a Zune. Oh Jesus, I never had a Zune. At least where I lived, when I lived in California. I still live in California, but when I went to school, people were like, my Zune. Oh, and then you had the OG DS. Fucking PictoChat. DS download. Fuck. Back when split screen games were good. Actually, last time I was at Luminia Square, I saw public security had set up a promotional booth. I heard that on the day of the lecture, lots of media outlets would be in town conducting interviews. Seems like public security is really putting a lot of effort into this exchange event. Might be worth checking out, don't you think? Exchange event? That may be the case for regular citizens like you and me, but for some people, it could mean something entirely different. Look, it is, okay? Some people. But when you have ADHD, these things completely derail. Like, you want to hear one of the moments I've related to, like, a big popular streamer the hardest? So this is a streamer, a little known streamer. She's a pretty underground. You might not know her. Called Nyanners on Twitch. Let's see. I think she's streaming now. Oh no, not anymore. Let's see how many followers Nyanners has. Nyanners has 1 million. Nyanners has 1 million followers on Twitch. So yeah, she's a little underground. You wouldn't know her. You wouldn't know her, chat. But Nyanners once talked about how whenever she says she's ending stream, a million things pop into her head, and she ends up actually ending stream like an hour and a half, or 2 hours after she initially meant to. And it's like, that's so real. That is so real. That is real ADHD behavior of, oh, I'm gonna do this thing. Oh, but wait, this thing instead. I gotta talk about this thing before it disappears from my brain forever, and I never talk about it to anyone ever again. And then it just fucking, the dominoes just start to fall, especially if you have a Twitch chat. If you have an active Twitch chat, oh my god, it makes the ADHD just bo. I do feel bad about it sometimes. I do feel bad that I'm like, oh, I'm not actually playing the game. I'm just sitting here fucking yapping about fucking 10 million other things. Anyway, thanks for reading the survey over, but unfortunately, I don't really have time that afternoon. Please pass it on to the officers for me. I can understand Spike is old and doesn't want to travel too far, but I didn't expect someone usually open to helping out like Asha to shoot us down. Like, look at how well-groomed and how, like, neat his outfit is. Weiss's outfit is. General Chop's the only one left. Oh, look, Belle. General Chop's back. Let's go find him. And then compare that to the catastrophe. Now, I'm not saying that because it's, like, actually bad. I'm saying that because look at what Belle is wearing. She has one sock that she's wearing, like, one stocking that goes past her knee, and her other sock is like a leg warmer that doesn't even go, that barely goes above her ankle or to her shin. It goes up to her shin, and then she has like this weird plaid under her skirt. Like, I don't know what this plaid thing is under her skirt. And then she has a bunch of accessories. Look, she has like a recorder, an old like digital, like not digital, but an old cassette tape recorder thing. She has a bracelet. She's wearing a glove on one hand. She has two mismatching earrings, a little headband, or a little hair clip, and a necklace. So, like I said, you look at this and you can gather that Belle is a little bit of a mess. She's kind of a girl boss. You know, it's fine. Why are you waving at me? Do you have something you want to talk about? Oh no, I already completed all of them here. Okay, cool. See ya. So, like, you can already, just from character design alone, you can get a good idea of what Belle's personality is like. Which I think, you know, gives credence to good character design. Hello, Weiss. Belle. Some customers mentioned you were looking for me. I understand you're helping those two officers from public security hand out questionnaires. So, you already knew. Oh, I forgot she actually talks. One of the perks of running a store on the street is being well informed. Anyway, please tell the officers I have other things to tend to that day. I knew it. I had a feeling General Chop would say no before we even got here. It'd be hard to break the news to them later. Oh? Have other people said no too? Yeah, we went to see Asha and Spike just now, but they turned us down. And this morning, Tin Master and Enzo said they were away on the day of the seminar. Jesus. Everyone's behaving strangely. It's a little strange everyone's refusing. Like it's not just a simple seminar. You got that right. Do you two know who the guy on the questionnaire cover is? That's Inspector Bringer. He started the event. Then have either of you heard about the Hollow Hero from the Eridu period? Nope. Nope, never heard of it. Well, for a while back then, For what? Well, for a while back then. That's what the residents called the Bringer. For the fall of the old capital, Bringer happened to be the commanding officer in my precinct. After being promoted from the front line, despite being an inspector, he still got involved at the ground level and interacted with the residents, so they regarded him highly. Then he went missing in the Hollow during a rescue mission, but just when everyone thought he was done for, he miraculously made it back. Just like that, he became known as the Hollow Hero. He was then transferred to the HQ in Janus Quarter and quickly advanced through the ranks over the years. Sounds like a great story. It used to be, but these days people say the Hollows have drained the Hollow Hero of all his courage. Now, Bringer presents himself as a hard worker, but the older residents can see through it, just putting on an act in front of the cameras. What's more, in recent years, he's clearly been cozying up to the tops. He's implemented a number of measures under the guise of benefiting the public. But it's those big corporations that benefit in the end. He's aiming for commander of Janus Quarter in the upcoming municipal election, launching a safety campaign right now, Jesus. Even putting his own image on the questionnaire. His motives are pretty clear, don't you think? Seems, get the feeling Inspector Bringer is using public resources for his own personal gain. Exactly. Holding the seminar is a good thing, but I can't go knowing what Bringer is up to. Thanks for telling us, General Chop. I'm just sorry I can't be of help this time around. Well, we visited all the neighbors. Might be awkward, but it's time to go back and tell Zhu Yan and Xingyi the news. Okay. Look at this girl in her big hoodie. Look how cute that is. And her leg warmers and Crocs. Fire. Oh, you're really cute. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Wait. Damn! Oh, I have to actually talk to them. It's not like a proximity thing. Oh my god! She has a handlebar in her butt. And then this bitch just like basically has her whole ass out. But I guess she's a robot, so who cares? Hi, Demo. We've gone up and down 6th Street, but we haven't even gotten 10 people to register for the seminar. We've done our best. Let's get a drink and take a break. You're a robot. Can you get drunk? Easy for you to say, but the conference hall we're in can fit 300 people, you know? As things stand, it'll be more than half empty. Inspector Bringer must have chosen this area because there's a lot of residents nearby, thinking it would be easier to find people to participate. Shame many of them are from his previous precinct. A lot of them have complaints about him. Why does her tie go under her outfit? Isn't that a little strange? I was just wondering why you're in such low spirits today, when I've never seen you discouraged by a difficult task before. But then I remembered the inspector saved your life once. You know, I'm not even going to talk about why I dislike that in terms of writing. That's just so lazy. Like, that's not how people talk. Like, if your friend's down in the dumps, you're not going to be like, and like about their hero, you're not going to be like, oh, I know why you're sad. Because the person that saved you, like, you wouldn't talk like that. It's just not like, I guess she's an android, but still, she's seemingly talks like a normal person. Whatever. Like, I get they want us to understand the reason why she is so adamant about this, but you can do that in other ways. You don't have to just sit there and spell it out for us. Not being able to accomplish what we hoped, on top of seeing him come under fire, must make you feel even worse. If Bringer hadn't rescued me in the hollow back then, I wouldn't even be here. Like, this is just it's position dumping. This isn't a conversation. This is, hey, we need to get the player to know this information. How do we deliver it as ham-fistedly as possible? I wouldn't even be here, let alone a public security officer. Don't ask me how I'd rewrite it, though, because I would need time to think about that. I can't just off the cuff be like, oh, I'd rewrite it like this. I'm not fucking that talented. Oh. It's arguable I'm even talented to begin with. But again, that's just not how I would write it. Then again, I do look back at older writings and like think some of this dialogue is a little ham-fisted. You know what I've gotten really into right now, chat? Cosmic horror. Well, not even just cosmic horror. Like, oh my god, I had the word for it and it has left me. Hang on, I wrote it to one of my friends. What was it? Because I was asking him about Warhammer. Surreal. Like when things are really surreal. So like surreal horror where like things are just weird and uncomfortable and like unsettling. Like I have no mouth and I must scream. Perfect example of that. Just that fucking uncomfortableness. Like that type of horror that's not boo or that's just gross because it's like super gory, but the type of horror that it's like I don't like looking at this creature because it makes me feel like gross. And thinking about this makes me feel gross and looking at this makes me feel icky. And not because it's like designed in a gross way, but just because it ticks all the boxes for being so unsettling. Yes, talentless Tanuki is criticizing the game. But the reason that this is relevant is because, as chat knows and as I've stated multiple times, I have a fanfiction account. And I do want to write a story about that has that like unsettling cosmic horror induced gross phenomena. That's just something I want to do. I don't know if I will ever do it, but it is something I want to do because it's really cool. Like just these thoughts of like creatures that are almost human or just things that we really just cannot hope to understand are just so it's like it has that primal fear of like spookiness. Like I think one of my two greatest fears is like the dark, and not because it's like, oh no, it's dark, it's spooky, whatever. I agree with that. The reason I'm scared of the dark isn't because of the dark itself. It's because of whatever could be hiding in it, right? I'm not scared of a dark place. Like if a room is dark, if like my room is dark and I can't see in it, it's like whatever. I know my room. I'm not gonna be scared of my room. But if I'm outside and it's like pitch black and there's like not a star in the sky, then it's like anything could be out here. And then like your brain is so good at filling in gaps when it comes to that thing, where like anything you can imagine is like 10 times scarier to you than whatever is actually out there. And just that idea is so interesting a topic to play with. Anyway, back to Gunnar game. I understand he's no longer the hero he used to be, but can someone who gave up his anti-corruption gear to a child be such a bad guy? Sure, he has some dealings with tops, but it's inevitable. Especially when many of our devices are jointly developed with tops. Besides, doesn't he always say he lacks sufficient authority to make changes? If he gets elected, maybe he might be able to turn public opinion around. Worshipping an undeserving deity is psychophancy? 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 How the fuck? I've never seen that word. Psychophancy.
Sycophancy.
Sycophancy. Ah. Sycophancy. Neat word. Failure to act when action is needed shows a lack of courage. What? She did the Star-Lord. What? It means someone flatters undeserving people. It's considered an act of sycophancy. If one should stand up for what is right but remains indifferent, it shows that person is a coward. As public security officers, we need to be clear about what we should and shouldn't do. There are many different ways to interpret Inspector Ringer's actions, but only he knows whether he has a clear conscience. If his deeds were pure, even if he is misunderstood for the time being, things will work out in the end. Yeah, you're right. Hold on, someone's coming. I've been standing here for like 10 minutes. Sorry to interrupt you guys. Hidomo Tanuki ni desu. That's how chat where that came from? The Hidomo Tanuki ni desu? So back when I had a girlfriend and I'd play Valorant with her, you know, I would just be goofy in the... One of the best things to do, especially in games like that you're bad at, I found like 3 ways of dealing with super toxic people. It's either 1, you get ahead of the curve, right? And you just start palling out with your teammates, just being goofy with them, which is the approach I take to Valorant, or League of Legends, where the approach I like to take, like half the time, I'd say half the time I use it, is where you just be nice. You just be super nice to people when you're like, when they're like, you're so fucking ass at this game, and you're like, oh, you're right, blah, blah, blah. It's just so funny to me because then they're being mad over nothing. It's like literally that image of the guy who's yelling at the other guy with a smile on his face. It's literally that. And it's so unbelievably funny. But anyway, for Valorant, I would just pal around and dick around. Because I didn't take the game too seriously because I don't like Valorant. So I just dick around with my teammates. And anytime someone had like a weeb sounding name, my girlfriend would be like, oh god, this guy's a cringy weeb. And then she told me, she was like, one of the things I hate the most is when people are like, I can speak Japanese and only speak words they know from anime. And I was like, oh buddy boy, it's my time. So whenever we saw someone with a weeb looking name, I'd hop into the public voice chat for fucking Valorant and go, hi domo, tanuki ni desu. And my girlfriend would be like, oh my god, stop talking, please stop talking. And 9 times out of 10, people would respond to me. And then we just dick around. So that's where Hidomo Tanuki ni desu came from. It was just a way for me to be cringy to other people. We were just chatting. Did you talk to the other residents? We gave them the questionnaire, but everyone said they were busy on that day. Looks like we couldn't be much of help. It's okay. Just grateful you tried at all. We're almost done with distributing the questionnaires here. 2. Jesus, my brain. Look, it's getting late. Then Xingyi and I will be heading back to the office. Wait a minute, officers! Oh, good. He didn't go. Something wrong? No, Chop. What's happened to make you run all the way out here? All the way? It's like fucking 10 feet. It's hard to explain, but just now, there was a crime committed over there. And it's at a stalemate. Please, officers, you have to take a look. The crime. Let's go check out the scene. Great. Please follow me. Bell, let's go see what's going on. Damn, bro. I didn't expect... Oops. I had my fingers on the wrong key. I didn't expect, what's this game called? Zenless Zone Zero to say ACAB, bruh. Into the spooky alley. Look at this bitch. This is so real. Look at how real this is. The crime scene's happening. This bitch is like, hey, what's up? What's up, fam? Today we're at a crime scene. Checking out what the police officers are talking to that fucking goober over there. I like this girl. She's cute. Hi. Oh, you know what? You don't fucking talk to me? What? Too good for me? You know what one of my favorite jokes in all of cartoons is? I don't know if chat's ever seen The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, but there's a part, and I don't even remember the context behind it, where some adult dude is talking to Billy, and he's like, Billy, you don't have to be afraid of people who think differently than you. You should be angry! What, my way of life ain't good enough for you? And that shit is just so funny. Talk to me! Fine. You're pretty, but you're generic. So, piss off. She at least has bear ears. And a cute little kind of gothic dress. And stockings. Anyway, That's a chat. Oh my god, there was one time we used to have the craziest conversations with people in high school. There was one time, I don't remember how this conversation started, but my friends and I were just yapping, and then a girl that was a grade above us was like joining our yap sesh, and for some reason we got on a topic about women's fashion and like our preferences to them. So I was like, I think girls look cuter in skirts. I think skirts are cuter on girls than just jeans. Like, I'm not saying jeans are bad, and if girls are wearing jeans, I'm like, ugh, no, like whatever. But I just think they look cuter in skirts because they can pair it with like stockings and stuff, and I think stockings are really cute. Anyway, and then the girl was like, oh yeah, I love stockings too, and blah blah, and skirts and blah 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 blah, blah and all that. And then I don't remember if this was a different conversation or the same one. But eventually it devolved, and then I think we started talking about No Nut November because we had to be like October, so it was coming soon. So we were all joking around like, oh, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna, because we're in high school? Are you gonna do No Nut November? And then we had a conversation with that same girl, and then another one too that joined in. That was like that we were like, you know, what was it? The whatever process in that happens in your balls that creates sperm only like stores sperm for like a week or something like that, and then like after that they start to kill off the sperm to just make new ones. Anyway, those are conversations we had in high school. Hey gamers, what's up? No, I don't have to talk to. Oh, I gotta talk to you. Hello, you two. It's just me. Took all the it all took place just ahead of us. Who knew there would be so many onlookers already? What happened with the truck? I didn't even realize that shark wasn't supposed to be here. The case is actually connected to the Pegasus logistics truck. Pegasus? Is that how you spell? That's not how you spell Pegasus. It's Pegasus. Pegasus is with a U, isn't it? Now I gotta double check this. Pegasus. Yeah. Okay, I was right. It's with a U. So that's Pegasus. Pegasus logistic truck. But how exactly? I can't really say. Anyway, you two can just check it out yourselves. Observe things from a distance. Are we just being chismosos over here or what? Somewhere not too far away. If you say there's officers nearby, then let them come and weigh in. I mean, what possible argument could there be? They were caught in the act. Sir, caught in the act doesn't seem fair. Similar to seeing only foam on a cup of a barley latte and declaring it isn't coffee. Calm down now, gentlemen. We're public security officers. What's going on here? Officers, you're finally here. It's like this. I'm Gale. Bro is not Slave Knight Gale, bro. Fuck no. Bro thinks he's him, bro. Bro thinks he's him. Bro thinks he's him. You are not him. And I'm the driver for the Pegasus Logistics. I was making a delivery in the neighborhood. I finished the delivery and was calling the next client when I heard a suspicious thud from the back of my truck. Startled by the noise, I quickly rushed over, only to find all my ducks flying and running out of the cargo compartment. Ducks? A flustered Bangbu was caught at the scene of the crime. That is this very Bangbu! Let me turn down Slave Knight Gale real quick. No, I didn't do anything. Give change didn't do anything bad. Hold on. Belle, isn't that Bangbu give change from the 141 convenience store? Officers, I saw the whole thing. There was no one around when it happened except this Bangbu. I'm sure to open my cargo compartment. Oh, we're dealing with a Karen? Bruh. Those ducks inside are new, specially bred variety. They're worth a fortune. Losing just one or two of them will cost me more than a month's salary. Taking your statement, sir. Bangbu, do you have anything to add? My name is Gift Change. I work at the convenience store. My head was spinning when I walked past the truck just now. Stopped to take a break. Suddenly I heard a loud noise, then the door opened and the ducks flew out. Hey, what do you mean the door was open? I know you opened the door and let all the ducks out. Sir, if I might say, I think you're being too harsh on Give Change. Stupid name, by the way. That guy's fucking shitty ass name. Officers, as Give Change's neighbor, I must say something on their behalf. I know them well, and I'm sure they wouldn't do anything like this. Then tell me, why was my cargo compartment open despite being locked? Because you're a fucking idiot! Officers. Sorry, I had to let that happen. Like, bro, really? Bro thinks he's Gale so bad, bro. You gotta help me find evidence linking this Bangbu to the crime so we can hold it accountable for my losses. Isn't he a robot? Can't you just, like, pull his databanks and see what the fuck he was doing? This isn't just about Give Change's reputation, officers. They could lose their job. You simply must uncover the truth and prove Give Change innocence. Somewhere, not far away from the crowd. Or should I do it in the SpongeBob? Somewhere. I can't do it. What's the... Oh my god, what's the SpongeBob thing? Meanwhile, what is that? What's the? Oh, what does he say though? He says like one thing consistently. I can't remember. It's like in an hour. What the fuck? What is it? Meanwhile. I gotta find it now. Hang on. Taking a detour real quick. That's what it is. A few moments later. That's what he says. Oh, I found it. My brain can fucking rest easy. The only time I've seen the Tin Master this agitated is when I asked for an instant coffee. I don't think Give Change is the culprit. We've dealt with the Bangbu at the convenience store quite a bit, and they've always been honest. But Give Change was the only one there when that driver realized what had happened, so it's hard to explain. Oh? Seems like the people are leaving. Have Zhu Yan and Xing Yi resolved everything? Let's go see what's going on. Really? You ended a cutscene just for me to go have to walk up and do another cutscene? Alright, well, it is getting a little late for me. So I think we're gonna start signing off here in just a second. We're gonna play this while I'm signing off. Because this song is so fucking good. Like, you wanna talk about good fucking video game music. This is fucking fantastic video game music. It's not latte. It's late. At least for a stream. Yeah, but once again... Oh! Actually, I'm gonna put this to loop. No, I'm not. There's a couple of things I want to talk about before we sign off. Regarding Twitter. First off, an artist that I like, right? I don't know if I've talked about this. They're called Valkyrie Art. What is this? Okay. Valkyrie Art. They had an issue with getting hacked. Is that it for the Dark Song? Fuck. That song's too short, but it's so good. Uh. Sorry. Oh, I have a wallpaper. I'm wallpaper engine that plays the song. So whenever it comes up, this is what I do. I will actually sit here on my computer, not doing anything else, but go like, because the song is so fire too. Beep beep beep, bum bum bum, beep beep beep, bum bum bum, beep beep beep, bum bum bum, beep beep. Oh. Anyway, with this Twitter artist, Valkyrie Art, at one point they got hacked. So that was a thing that happened. But then out of the blue, out of completely nowhere, they DM me. Right? And I'm talking about, this is not like a small account. Maybe. I guess maybe. It depends what you consider small. But it has 1,000 Twitter followers, which is like, in comparison, I have 140... No, that's who I'm following. I have 124 followers. So when someone like that DMs me, I was like, what the hell is happening? So I did a little digging, right? So they just... This is what I got DM'd. They DM'd me, hello, are you there? I need to talk to you about something important. Please respond ASAP. And so I went, alright, what's going on here? Why would this person with this big a following message me? Fucking seemingly randomly, out of the fucking blue, saying they need something important. So then I did a little digging into their account and found out, hey, they've been hacked before, and they have apparently been struggling with, you know, not getting hacked again. Yeah, on May the 2nd, they tweeted, hey guys, so I managed to intercept the hacker in his attempts to try to scam some of my followers. It was like a game of tug of war and I kept having to log him out. Rest assured it is me for real. I followed everyone back he blocked and I'm responding accordingly. And that was on May the 2nd. So then on May the 9th, they DM'd me that. So then I was like, you know, they've been hacked before, had trouble getting rid of the hacker, and that was 7 days ago. So my natural thought is, they got hacked again. So then I responded to the DM and I said, no way you got hacked again. And then they blocked me. After I said that, they blocked me. So I don't really necessarily have proof that they are hacked. So either they got so offended, I assume they got hacked, that they blocked me, or whoever hacked them was like, oh, they're on to me, and blocked me. So that's weird. That's just a little thing I thought I should talk about. I don't know if I ever went into that on stream, but I got blocked. Which is very funny. And then there's this other person on Twitter that keeps DMing me. And I don't want to be mean, because they've been pretty nice so far. But their account is all like art shit, right? And so they keep asking me a bunch of stuff. Like for some reason they keep asking me if I've eaten. And I'm like, I don't know. And I don't want to be mean. And I'm going to be like, just please stop messaging me. Because they haven't done anything like too weird or bad or anything like that. But I'm just afraid that they're playing the long con. So the only DMs I get are from a bunch of people that are saying, that are asking for art. Those are like a majority of my DMs. And then every time I post something on Twitter that's super depressing, I get people trying to sell me crypto, which is really funny. Like, what the fuck? Bow. Oh, oh, ping, ping, plong. Can I just say, with final bosses in video games, the Soul of Cinder is fucking fantastic. Not only is the theme from the boss at the end of the first game so beautifully inserted into this one, and like his moveset mimics the, like, it's, you know what they say about a good story. A good story ends in the same place it began, so that you see how far everyone has come and how, like, drastically things have changed throughout the story. That is why they say a good story ends in the same place it began. Because it gives you that perfect moment of seeing that these characters are, like, they are, oh, sorry, hiccup. They are people. Like, they're not just flat two-dimensional things. I mean, they are, but, like, in terms of writing, they're not boring, flat characters who don't change. We see their growth and their development. And Dark Souls is so good at doing that sort of thing without beating you over the head with it, to a point where, like, people get frustrated, right? Because a lot of lore is hidden through item descriptions and, like, enemy designs and stuff like that. So when it comes to the Soul of Cinder having the same moveset, like, sure, you can call it lazy, and that's fair. That's a fair criticism. But to me, it serves a function. It's not like, oh, it's just Gwyn's moveset. But it's like, it's showing you, like, look at how far the Dark Souls journey has come. Here's the end game of the first boss. Here's the first boss of... Here's the end boss of the first game, is what I was meaning to say. And where you are now. And he also has the movesets of, like, the classes you can choose at the beginning of the first game. So he has, like, a magic one, and, like, scimitar one, and then, like, his regular longsword one. I don't think he uses miracles, but he uses fire. And it's like, that drills into your head that this Soul of Cinder is not just one entity, right? It is a collection of everyone who has sacrificed themselves to the bonfire. It is everyone, from all the Lords of Cinder before you, from Gwyn to the chosen undead from the first game. The first character you play as is a part of the final boss you are fighting. Peak! That is peak storytelling. Anyway. Sorry, that's just what those are just the emotions that song invokes in me, and I don't think I've ever told anyone that. Because my friends that are into Dark Souls either already know the lore and don't want to hear me yap about it, or don't know the lore and don't care. So that's why I have stream now, to yap about the things my friends don't want to hear. To be fair, I never ask them if they want to hear it. I just assume they don't. Because, you know, like, if you like Dark Souls, you already know it. And if you don't like Dark Souls, then you don't want to know it. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for stream today. Listen, I like to overanalyze stuff like that all the fucking time. I don't know why. I like breaking down why things are. I love understanding things. I love understanding how things work and why they work and why they don't versus why they do, and what kind of people these things work for versus the people they don't work for, and shit like that. I am very much into the like breakdown of media and like understanding themes and the impact it has, and like good media versus bad media, and you know, things like that. That's just one of the things I love doing, analyzing shit. Apparently it's like an ADHD thing to just like sit there and also my therapist says it's like an anxiety thing too, to like sit there and try to predict everything that's happening around you. Apparently, as my therapist says, it's an anxiety thing. So I guess it's not a good thing that I sit here and like analyze things where I'm like, okay, this movie's gonna have a crazy twist, right? Oh, but from minute like 10, I'm like, okay, I know it. I know the twist. Boom. Got it. Apparently it's an anxiety thing or an ADHD thing. I'm not too sure. But apparently not everybody does it, which I thought was a little weird. Isn't that always like weird? Isn't that weird to think about? Like, I'm always just in my own head and thinking like everyone has the same thought processes on this, right? Like this is how everybody, but not obviously not everybody's brain works the same. So it's like it's so fascinating to understand other people's like understanding and like how their brains work. It's so fascinating. Anyway, that was my over analysis of fucking. No, I overanalyze everything, bro. I'm sitting here trying to be like, oh, what's gonna happen next? And this is probably gonna happen. You know, I play Map Pack Game Theory. I think I watched too much Game Theory for me to be like, oh, I'm seeing the fucking visions of the future and blah blah blah, whatever. I mean, he's not to blame for why I like to analyze writing and what works and what doesn't work, and good writing versus bad writing and all that. It's just so interesting. It's just interesting. Anyway, you got my over-analysis for the last boss fight of Dark Souls 3, as well as my over-analysis of Persona 5 and shit like that. But hey, at the end of the day, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a fucking pink-haired tanuki yapping on the fucking internet. If you like things, if you don't like things, who cares? Don't let anyone tell you that you're an idiot for liking something. You're not. You can like whatever the fuck you want. But what I will say is, at the very least, recognize the fact, like, if objectively it is bad, like the Star Wars sequels, objectively, like, this is not an opinion, those movies are bad. They are horribly written and horribly directed at times. We don't need to go into fucking why, because I don't have time for that. But just know, objectively, those movies have fucking horrible writing. Absolutely hate it. But if you like the sequels, go ahead and fucking like the sequels. Just don't argue that they are good, like, fucking, like, objectively they're good, right? Like, I love things that are horrible. I fucking love horrible movies. They're so fun to make fun of. I'm trying to think of, like, a movie that everybody hates that I love. It's mostly anime. It's mostly like Aromaga Sensei. Shitty anime. That anime is fucking terrible, but it's hilarious. Oh my god, that thing is so funny. Like, that's super cool. Anyway, like what you want to like, don't like what you don't want to like. It's good to have discussions like this as long as you can, like, understand where the other side is coming from. Never discount anyone's opinions as much as you, or their point of view, as much as you don't see it. Because, you know, you have to be able to at least understand the other side of the argument a little bit to be good at arguing against it. So just keep that in mind. Don't hate anyone because they go, oh, I like this. All I will say is demand better. Even if you are okay with what's coming out, like, that's fine. You can be completely okay with stuff. As long as you are also demanding better, right? Because Hollywood right now is fucking creatively bankrupt. God damn, it's all remakes and fucking legacy sequels, and it's like, God, please get a new IP. Like, I just want to see something new. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's not about making anything good, it's about profit margins. So, until we start demanding more from studios, nothing's gonna change. But oh well. Anyway, with my over analysis of pop culture aside, at the end of the day, I don't really fucking know what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm just a fucking tanuki on the internet with pink hair. Like, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not a professional. I don't know. But just my goal, as long as you can start looking at things differently, even if you still like it, like with Persona 5, you can still like it, but as long as you can acknowledge the downfalls of it and go, you know what? Maybe it isn't a perfect game, and Atlas could do better. That's fine. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. So happy Tuesday, and good night.